Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Listen, children, on page number 28, it is treatment technologies. Okay? Given below is the layout of the hospital waiting half, showing the placement of various chambers of units where specific techniques of diagnosis and treatment are carried out. Read carefully the description and label each chamber according to the description. Okay? Like first one is, this technique is useful in ascertaining various disorders of heart functioning. It is a process of graphic recording of the heart's activity in the form of a wave pattern. So first one is, can you say what is first one?
ECG, electrocardiography.
Yes, it is ECG, electrocardiography. Okay? It tells about the functioning of the heart. It is ascertaining various disorders of heart functioning. It is a process of graphic recording of the heart's activity in the form of a wave pattern. So first one is ECG, that is electrocardiography. Now second, B. This technique helps in diagnosing several neurological disorders. Neuro means nerve disorder. Okay, children? All of you know the nervous system. Nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. This neurological disorder means disorder of nerve. Like epilepsy. In this technique, graphic recording of the electrical activity of neurons. Neurons means nerves. Okay? The brain cell is recorded. It is EEG, electroencephalography. Electroencephalography, EEG. You will memorize full form also. C, chamber C. Now we have to move to chamber C. This technique is used to evaluate many internal organs, thus detecting gallbladder stones, liver and kidney abnormalities, and also monitoring fetal growth. In this technique, high frequency sound waves are used as in sonar for imaging the body organs. The pattern of reflected waves is converted into diagnostic information through a device called transducer that is run over the area being imaged. So children, this technique is used to know internal organs. Okay, like gallbladder stone, liver, kidney abnormalities. These internal organ disorder can be known by this technique, and this technique is known as
Ultrasound.
yes, it is ultrasound. Okay, children, you know what is ultrasound? Ultrasound is also called ultrasonics. Ultrasonics and infrasonics are the sound that we cannot hear. We can hear the sound having frequency 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. That is called audible sound. Okay. Human being can hear sound having frequency 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Okay, and if the frequency of the sound is more than 20,000 hertz, it is called ultrasonic or ultrasound, and this ultrasound is very useful in diagnosis of the diseases, in the treatment of diseases. So it is ultrasound. It is a technique to evaluate many internal organs, thus detecting gallbladder stone, liver and kidney abnormality, and also monitoring fetal growth. Fetal growth, you understand? Growth of the fetus. Children, you should know that the zygote develops into embryo and embryo develops into fetus. Okay? And it is a process of reproduction. When you will read, fetus grows into an individual. So it is the process of development, and this fetus growth can be also evaluated with the help of technique called ultrasound. So ultrasound is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And if the frequency of sound is less than 20 hertz, then that is called infrasonic. Okay. We cannot hear ultrasonic or infrasonic. We can hear sound only having frequency 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. But this ultrasound is very useful for the diagnosis of diseases. Okay, children? Now you see D. The technique allows doctors to directly peep into the patient's body. Only hollow organs like food pipe, windpipe, bladder, intestine and uterus. Okay? Only hollow organs. These are hollow organs like food pipe, windpipe, bladder, intestine and uterus. And doctors can directly peep into these organs using a sophisticated tool which consists of light emitting fibers, viewing lens and a steering device on one end. Besides viewing, surgical attachments on it and help in performing minor operations. And this technique is endoscopy. Endoscopy.
Endoscopy.
Okay, endoscopy is used by the doctors to know about the internal organs which are hollow like food pipe, windpipe, uterus. Okay, these are hollow organs and doctor can know about these internal organs which are hollow with the help of endoscopy. Am I clear, children? Did you understand endoscopy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, E. This technique is important in the evaluation of head, chest, spine, organs of the abdomen like liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidneys, urinary bladder and also pelvis. It can also accurately depict abnormalities within the bone marrow, arteries, etc. This technique utilizes the physical properties of magnetic field, radio waves and computers to generate images of the body in any plane. This technique is very important. Okay, children? In the evaluation of head, chest, spine, organs of the abdomen like liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidney, urinary bladder and also pelvis. Okay, so it is E. E is MRI. It is magnetic resonance imaging. MRI. If anybody has problem, which type of problem? Like problem related to head, chest, spine, internal organs like gallbladder, pancreas, kidney, etc. Then the doctor can know about it by a test called MRI. in which magnetic field, radio waves, and computers are used. Computers to generate image of the body in any plane. It is MRI. Full form is magnetic resonance imaging. Next. Next is F. This technique is used for imaging various body organs for evaluating the extent of trauma, injuries, and disease progression. It allows physicians to view wafer-thin cross section of internal anatomy, all without the need of surgery. Imaging capabilities of the X-rays with highly sophisticated processing power of computers are used for accomplishing this task. It is scan. Okay, children? See, what is it? F number? It is
CAT scan.
CAT scan.
Computerized tomography scan.
Yes.
CAT scan.
Yes, computerized tomography scan. It is, in short, it is CAT scan. Okay. So you are knowing about many diseases, how disease can be diagnosed. Doctors use different tests like scan, CT scan, different types of scan, or MRI, or endoscopy, ultrasound. These techniques are used by the doctors to diagnose the diseases. Now next one is, this technique helps in crushing of certain types of kidney stones and stones of other organs like gallbladder or liver by shock waves. It does not require surgery. It is simple, short procedure of about 45 minutes to 1 hour that requires no formal hospitalization. It is
lithotripsy.
Yes, it is lithotripsy. Lithotripsy. Okay? Stones can be removed from different parts of the body.
Lithotripsy.
Yes, lithotripsy. All of you have to memorize. It is lithotripsy. Lithotripsy. What is lithotripsy? Did you understand, children? It helps in crushing of stones. It helps in crushing of certain types of kidney stones and stones of gallbladder, liver. Sometimes stone is formed in our kidney or liver or gallbladder. Without operation, the stones can be crushed. By which technique you have read, children? Yes, it is lithotripsy. Most of the time you see, children, patient is supposed to go through surgery, but in lithotripsy no surgery is required. The stone is crushed and it can be removed from the different organs like liver or gallbladder, etc. Last one is Up to G you have read. Now last one, H. This technique is the oldest and the most frequently used form of medical imaging. It uses a very small dose of ionizing radiation to produce pictures of body's internal structures. It is often used to help diagnose fractured bones, look for injury, and to locate foreign objects in soft tissues. It is X-ray. Okay, children?
X-rays.
Sometimes if somebody meets with accident, then the X-ray is done to know about the fracture, or this technique is oldest and very pictures of body's internal structure. It is used to help diagnose fractured bones. Okay, if the bone is fractured, we can know with the help of X-ray. So doctor suggests for X-ray. Okay, wait for a while, children. PET. Full form of PET is position emission tomography. Position emission tomography is a modern non-invasive imaging technique that uses a radioactive drug to create images of body function and metabolism. The tracer may be injected, swallowed, or inhaled, depending on which organ is being studied by the PET scan. Okay? PET scan. Position emission tomography. Mammography. It is a specific type of breast imaging that uses low dose X-rays to detect cancer early before women experience symptoms. It is mammography. Children, you know, in the woman, mammary gland is present. Okay, it is the characteristic of mammal, presence of mammary gland. And this mammography is a specific type of breast imaging that uses low dose X-rays, and it is used to detect cancer, early stage of cancer. Before the woman feels about the symptoms of the disease, this can be detected by using mammography. Okay, children? So it is a test for cancer, mammography. Now next page is page number 30, major endocrine glands. Firstly, you should know what are endocrine glands. Children, you should know about the endocrine system. Endocrine system is a system, like you have read different systems in your body, organ systems like digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system. This endocrine system is also a system that deals with the study of endocrine glands. Now, what is endocrine gland? Glands without ducts are called endocrine glands. Ductless glands are called endocrine glands. You know, children, that the pancreas and testis and ovary, they are exocrine and endocrine both. Okay, so if you will be asked, name some glands which are exocrine and endocrine, you can name pancreas, testis and ovary. But endocrine glands are having no duct. They do not have duct. They pour their secretion directly in the blood stream. Without duct, duct means pipe-like structure. They do not have duct. They pour their secretion directly in the blood stream. What do they secrete? They secrete hormones. Hormones are the chemicals which control different functions of our body, which help in control and coordination, which also help in regulating metabolism of our body. So you should know, children, that endocrine glands are ductless glands. In this page you will read about endocrine glands and what is their function. These things you are going to read. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
In this page you will read about which system? Endocrine system. Endocrine system consists of endocrine glands. Okay, there are different endocrine glands in different parts of our body. These glands are without ducts. They do not have duct. Duct are tube-like structures, pipe-like structure. But in these glands, they do not have duct. They pour their secretion directly in the blood stream. Okay? And these endocrine glands are very helpful in control and coordination of our body. And they also regulate metabolism of our body. Okay? Now you will see name of different endocrine glands and their functions. Like if you will see in the neck region, thyroid gland is present, which controls general metabolism of our body, metabolism of carbohydrate, proteins, etc. And parathyroid hormone is just below thyroid hormone. Okay, children? And then you will see near the pancreas. Pancreas is also endocrine gland. Okay, it is exocrine also, endocrine also. Testis and ovary, these are also endocrine glands. And near the kidney, at the top of kidney, you will see adrenal gland is present. Okay, in the brain, which gland is there? I have told you. Yes, pituitary gland is present in our brain. And in the neck region, thyroid and parathyroid endocrine gland. And pancreas is also endocrine gland. And testis and ovary are also endocrine glands. And at the top of the kidney, which endocrine gland is present? Adrenal gland is present, which is also called emergency gland. Okay? Now look at your book, which endocrine gland is given. Endocrine gland, you understood, children? Glands without ducts. They pour their secretion directly in the blood stream. Okay? Now you will see different endocrine glands given in your book. Major endocrine glands. Endocrine system, also known as hormonal system, is a group of endocrine glands which produce various hormones that help in coordinating the activities of our body. I have told you that hormones help in control and coordination of our body, and it also regulates metabolism of our body. These glands are located in different parts of our body. Let's know more about the major endocrine glands, their hormonal secretions and functions by completing the given table. Like first is hypothalamus. Okay? It controls the pituitary hormone. Hypothalamus controls the pituitary hormone, and it releases which hormone? Releasing and inhibiting hormones. Releasing and inhibiting hormones are produced by hypothalamus. So it controls the function of pituitary gland. Next, pituitary gland. Children, you know that pituitary gland has two parts, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. It is not given in your book. When you will go to higher class, you will see there are two parts of pituitary gland, adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. And from the adenohypophysis, many hormones are secreted, and from neurohypophysis also hormones are secreted like oxytocin and vasopressin. So in your book, some names are given like growth hormone is secreted. Pituitary gland secretes many hormones like growth hormone, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. Many hormones are secreted from pituitary gland, and the hormone of pituitary gland controls the activity of other endocrine glands also, so it is called master gland. In your book, two hormones are given, growth hormone and tropic hormone. Growth hormone controls the growth of human body, and tropic hormone regulates the secretion of hormones from other endocrine glands. I have already told you that the hormones of pituitary gland controls the activity of other endocrine glands, so it is also called master gland. Two hormones are written in your book, you will memorize two hormones, but pituitary gland secretes many hormones. Next is pineal. Pineal gland, it produces melatonin that controls mood and sleep. Your sleep cycle is controlled by melatonin hormone that is secreted by pineal gland. Next is parathyroid. Parathyroid, I told you that in the neck region thyroid gland is present, and just below thyroid there is parathyroid, and parathyroid produces parathormone. It regulates calcium and phosphate level in the blood. Parathormone regulates calcium and phosphorus level in the blood. It is secreted by parathyroid gland, and thyroid gland produces thyroxine hormone. Like see, thyroxine hormone function, it controls rate of metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, etc. Next endocrine gland is thymus, which produces thymosin. It regulates formation of lymphocytes, provides resistance to infection and allergy. Next is adrenal gland. It is present at the top of the kidney, and it produces adrenaline hormone and corticoids also. Okay children, adrenocorticoid, mineralocorticoid, these hormones are produced by adrenal gland. It also produces adrenaline. Adrenaline regulates heartbeat, breathing rate, blood pressure, carbohydrate metabolism and mineral balance. These are controlled by corticoids. Mineral balance is controlled by corticoids, mineralocorticoid hormone. Next is pancreas. I told you children, pancreas is exocrine because it produces pancreatic juice that helps in digestion of food. You have read in digestive system. And it is also endocrine. 3 glands in our body are exocrine as well as endocrine. These 3 glands are pancreas, testis and ovary. These 3 glands are exocrine as well as endocrine. Okay. Now pancreas secretes insulin hormone. If this hormone is not produced in proper amount, then the person may suffer from disease, diabetes mellitus. Okay, in general language we say diabetes. It lowers the blood sugar, insulin. So you have seen, adrenaline and corticoids, these hormones are secreted by adrenal gland. Now, pancreas, you have seen, produces insulin. If insulin is not secreted in proper amount, then the sugar level in the blood rises up. Okay, and sugar comes with urine. The person suffers from diabetes. Next hormone is secreted by pancreas, that is glucagon. It increases the blood glucose. Next, ovaries. Ovary is present in the female, and in the male, testis is present. Ovary produces 3 hormones: progesterone, estrogen, and relaxin. Estrogen controls the development of female sex organs. Okay, children? Progesterone, estrogen, and relaxin hormone is produced by ovary, and in the male, testis is the endocrine as well as endocrine gland, and it produces which hormone? Testosterone. So these hormones in the diagram of human body below, identify and label the endocrine glands. Okay, children, you have to label it. So all of you will complete this diagram and you will learn it. Thank you.